tell you a little bit about myself very quickly. With my team, I work with mainly corporate environments, with governments and with private companies, with both business teams and IT teams, to put in place agile methodologies within solutions, not only processes. I mean, we are not only coach of Scrum or Kanban, but we also implement these solutions and we put them in place. We'll see the solution later on, because what I will try to do with you is a very casual presentation where I will need to discuss with you some best practices, some light, I will light on the tools that we are using, because we are partner of Atlassian in the Middle East, so we implement JIRA. If you know JIRA before, we implement Confluence, the Enterprise Wiki, and some integrated solution that works with these products. So who comes from an IT background? Wow, non-IT. Okay, what are you doing here? Okay, great. So the idea is how to link, even if we are IT today, but we need to focus on one thing, that our clients are non-IT. And if we start building a lot of processes inside the IT layer and forget the business, okay, we are doing something that we like, but our clients are not. I mean, our clients at the end of the day, they are the HR and the finance if we are internal IT, or our clients are other departments from other clients working with us. So if you focus on the IT processes only, okay, and you miss the clients, I mean, this is a big problem. Okay, you agree with me? Great. So how to work agile in corporate environment? This is an ultimate question, and this is a big question because, as you've seen in the other workshops, there is no one process. I mean, it's not an ITIL process or another process to put in place and to tell, this is my process, and this is the process that I need to put in my organizations to have this full control on the collaboration and the productivity and etc. This is the idea. So yes, we need processes, enough processes, but at the same time we need human and motivated people to collaborate together within the right tools in place. Okay, I was discussing in the morning what kind of tools we need to put in place, SAP and HP and etc. But at the end of the day, I need the right tool. I don't need to implement. I don't need to get a Ferrari to go to the desert. I don't need to get a truck to drive into a small road. So you need to have the right tool and within the right team. So thanks to our sponsors, this year this is the second year we contribute to the Agile community. We are happy to be with you in this event, not to learn from you and from the other speakers. I need just to, before jumping into the solution, because I promise you I have only 5 slides, okay? And after that we'll discuss, we'll see the solution, and I will answer your questions, and this is the idea. So just to flash back on the Agile Manifesto, okay? Investing on humans and in teams instead of investing in processes, because at the end of the day you don't sell processes. Okay, what you sell is your deliverables and not the process itself. So I've seen development team putting in place 100 steps in the process in order to track every single move in the application development lifecycle. And we forget that we are at the end of the day, we are not only selling processes. I mean, I need my team to have to produce the deliverable with a quick time to market. Okay, time to market. This is an important 3 words. So individual and interactions over processes and tools. Keep focused on this. Working software. I mean, I've worked with a lot of organizations in UAE and Saudi Arabia. Every single move is the documentation is present, and let's start documenting before developing, and let's document. And 1 month the document will become obsolete. Okay, so I write something in the tool, and I write the documentation, and in 1 month I throw the documentation, and again, and again, and again. So yes, documentation is helpful, user guides are important, but this is not my focus. My focus is to get my deliverable working and within the fastest way. Okay? The customer collaboration over contract negotiation, we spent months in the scope of work and in the planning and etc. And at the end of the day, the work is 1 month of development. So this is why customer collaboration. Responding to change. I've seen developers and IT resisting to change during the development. Okay, and then, no, you sent me the requirements and this scope, we agreed on this scope, and I will develop only this scope. Okay? So I will not develop this. Get you to your manager, and your manager get to the management, and etc. And we spend 1 month negotiation and conflict management and calling the human resources to resolve the conflicts. At the end of the day, to add 1 man day on the development that I will gain it again, because if I'm a developer and I develop something that it is acceptable by the business or my client, okay, I will gain time and I will develop more into other areas and other scopes. So this is a win-win situation. So if we talk numbers, these numbers are depressing if you have the time to read a little bit. Because today, if you take IBM, for IBM, 60% from the IT projects fail to meet schedule. So you meet and you run out of meeting at C levels and operations level and etc. And at the end of the day, 60% from the planning that the project with high level schedules and Gantt charts and etc. They fail to meet these schedules. 75% of the project's participants lack confidence that their project will succeed. Okay? This is a depressing number. And even if you meet the schedule, even if you have the requirements clear from your clients and you develop 60% of these projects do not meet the end user's need. So even if you met with the business team and you took the requirements and then, okay, we want this and we want that, and you took the note of the requirements, and you sent also the requirements for validation and for sign-off, okay, at the end of the project, 60% from the user will tell you, this is not exactly what I requested. Okay? So this is also in waterfall, it's a big risk because with Agile we deliver by iteration. So you are minimizing this risk. Okay? Because you deliver in iterations. The technologies. Now today we have a complicated environment for development where you have your mobile application, it's a front-end application. Okay? And you have dozens of back-end solutions related to this mobile application with .NET and Java and APIs and web services and integration from this system to another system. So we don't talk anymore about one system, we talk about an integrated solution. So for these integrated solutions, if you look to the release management process or synchronizing the deliverables between each solution, it's a big mess also with old-fashioned methodologies or waterfall methodologies. So these applications also drives us to modify our way of development, because if you need to develop a mobile app, it's not the same way you are developing a web application or a website or a software on Oracle or HP. It's not the same way. The release cycle is not the same. The process is not the same. The collaboration between developer, designer, tester, it's not the same way. Okay. So in a corporate, if we talk to the business is a main player in the ALM. Okay, it's not the ALM do not start at the product owner and the development. The ALM starts from the requesters. From our experience, we implemented. We work with a lot of IT departments and with developers. And each time, the main requester of JIRA, for example, JIRA implementation or Confluence, was the IT team. And when we go to these companies, when we start discussing with them, they tell us, okay, we need to change maybe the scope because the business analyst is taking the requirements by Word document from the requesters and the requesters is raising this Word document through a committee and etc. So we reinverse the scope of work and we start working with the business directly. So we start with the business and we go to the IT. And this is why business teams and IT need to collaborate in order to deliver. The business process, as I said, you think about the just enough process and the right resolution in place. The continuous engineering, I mean, do not put your process and tell, okay, in 6 months, this is the process that we agreed on. We cannot modify it. We cannot change it. This is what we agreed last year, and we work like this. This is a very, this is an approach, in fact, very sensitive and will impact the productivity directly. So think about the continuous improvement and change whenever it's required. So waterfall, you know all of these requirements. What we'll see with the solution, how we transform this old, fashion or the waterfall project management methodology into Agile using Kanban or Scrum. We'll see this. So you know this. Okay, the requirements, and after the requirements, taking the design and the development to the quality assurance, and after that to implementation. So a bottleneck somewhere will delay all the project, and there's no collaboration in this approach. I mean, each team is isolated. Okay, you have the developers working alone, the testers working alone, and the production operations they are implementing. And this is the classical, the old operation. So this is also a matrix in waterfall. 90% of the code developed in waterfall were unused. Okay, this is from Gartner. So what are the solutions that can have in place? Because at the end of the day, okay, I can meet with my team and I can write one process and agree on a regular meeting, okay, Scrum or Kanban or whatever, and put this in place. But at the end of the day, and have a board. Okay, I've seen a lot of companies having a lot of boards in the open space, putting stickers and columns and etc. So we need tools. Okay, today a lot of companies and big companies, if we are talking corporate, are running on old tools and they have acquired technical debt like HP, like SAP, or IBM Rational, etc., etc. These tools, these solutions were excellent, 10 years or 15 years ago, okay, with the whole respect of these solutions. Today, we need a solution that can answer my change request, okay, within a good time to market. So I need an open solution that is configurable not only by IT, but also by a business user. The workflow should be written by someone from the business, not only a system administrator having training on a lot of technologies. So we will see JIRA. We'll see JIRA Service Desk. I don't know who knows JIRA. Okay, great. Confluence. Excellent. Have you worked on JIRA or Confluence before? Okay, great. So we'll see JIRA Service Desk, some connectors to enhance collaboration between all of us. We have Outlook and we have emails and Gmail and etc. So how to also synchronize JIRA from Outlook to, from the emails to JIRA directly. How to work from mobile, because we have a lot of agents and operations. Okay, so we have operators working outside, offshore in different sites. So they need to be connected and they need to see their to-do list or their tasks to update, etc. Confluence as a content management, not only as a document management, because we should collaborate over content and not only collaborating over metadata and tasks. Okay, because I have a content, lawyers collaborate with HR, collaborating with the finance to write to finalize some scope of work that will be sent to the developer. The developer will transform this into technical requirements. The technical requirements will go into solution design, etc., etc. So we collaborate over content, okay, and not only tasks.
Also, I invite you to check. We'll not have time to see all of these solutions. I will invite you to check on our website the other solutions like chatting solution, corporate one, okay, integrated with JIRA and Confluence called HeatChat. It enables me to create some rooms of chat on top of the JIRA Works, and some other tools like Jam, etc., JIRA Attachment Manager, etc., etc. Okay, so I'll go directly into Confluence, and people who worked already on Confluence, excuse me, because it might be basic for you. But the idea is to discuss. If you have any question, also we can zoom in. So Confluence, I've seen companies implementing Confluence for business teams like sales, okay, to put in place policies and procedures, and to capitalize on this knowledge and to build this knowledge base. So as a content, I've seen Confluence used by HR to put also some articles and policies and publishing to the intranet, etc. But also I've seen Confluence used by the IT department putting in place team space where the team of developers or the testers can collaborate and publish some content and how-tos, and can put in place user guides, policies, etc., etc. So it can be used by the IT also for technical requirements, for minutes of meetings, etc., etc. So what I will show you here for some basic, functionalities. So what you have in Confluence, it is, okay. I'm connected to the Wi-Fi of, so what you have in Confluence, it's called something spaces, okay? It's like a container where you can have all your base of documents and contents, like a knowledge base, or like a container of policies, etc. For instance, we created a space called Agile Summit Dubai, okay? If we go to this space, okay? The idea is to create pages. It's like you are building your proper space and intranet or internet and putting pages in place the way you want it. Like you can template your pages. So, for instance, here I added some meeting notes. Okay, the how-tos, how-to articles, and some product requirements. So the idea is very easy. You click on create. Okay, and you template. I mean, if you need to capitalize on a content within the company, you don't need, or documentation or whatever, you don't need to centralize this in one team, because you need to create this community and you need to create only the system and let the co-workers or the teammates working together on this. So let's say I need to develop a software. Okay, and I received the technical requirements from the business analyst, and we have some meetings now to add in place with tasks, etc. And I need to link my Confluence to JIRA, so I will create a meeting notes here. Okay, from a certain template, and save this meeting notes. So I created a template here for what I need to capture in this document. Set my goals. And the discussion items, this is classical what you write in Word documents or Excel, but here I am writing this in a content management system. Is this make sense for you? I mean, for people who doesn't work on Confluence before, like, are you worked before on content management or document management, like SharePoint or etc.? Okay. So the idea is, okay, I build my content and I need to collaborate on top of content with writing comments and annotating. So I will have my colleagues working with me on these contents and collaborating to put in place this action plan. Not only minutes of meetings, but think about the product requirements here. Okay, product requirements that you put in place, or the how-to articles, and this is the knowledge base that we'll build within a corporate environment, and Believe me, I've seen knowledge bases in less than 6 months having hundreds of gigabytes of data. It's only, what we did is only providing a framework, okay, where people, they can share their content. Okay? You don't need to implement this and starting by putting, okay, at the implementation we'll put all the user guides and I need to document my software and et cetera, because you put in place this framework and you put in place the process and all the collaborators will collaborate together to build this knowledge base for you. So from Confluence, this is very, I'm giving very only the highlights of the solution without going into details. Feel free to interrupt me to ask if you already use Confluence and you have a challenge by importing from in a corporate environment, importing from SharePoint or putting connectors or web services, do not hesitate to do it. Okay. If we go to JIRA, so you know JIRA, most of you know JIRA. It is where you can track in an easy way and a user-friendly way your tasks, whether these tasks are pure ALM or task management or business process or whatever, okay? So the idea is to build your own workflow and to implement it in JIRA. I will show you some workflows, some basic workflows. So if I go to boards, this is a Kanban. Okay, you know what Kanban is? Okay, great. So if we take Kanban, and this is a task management process, okay? Very simple process. I have my open tasks. I have my need more information, the in progress, on hold, needs revision, closed by assignee and closed by the business, by the requester. Okay? This is a very simple workflow where anyone in an organization, imagine Imaratech or another company, you need to create a task, and you need to share this task, okay? Anyone can create a task for anyone. So I have in my backlog, I will provide an example on how my colleague Nadim is working from his laptop and Danny is working from his mobile app, okay? How to collaborate on this task using the tools. So I need to show you tools and I need you to think about your existing tools and to raise the questions how to, if you are willing to innovate, how to migrate from the old tools to these new tools. Okay? So let's say I have in my JIRA, I can create directly the task. I will not. This is not the aim of of the presentation, but I can create my task directly from here within a web interface, or if I am in my email, okay, and in my email, I'm working on my emails. I need to use this connector. It's called Outlook to JIRA, and in this connector, I can create directly a task from here, or I can create a task from an email that I receive, because sometimes I receive an email with attachments, and I need to upload these attachments. So being work on a web application, you cannot upload the attachments directly to the web. You need to save them locally and upload them after that to the task itself. So this connector, you can directly raise the ticket or the task from the email that you received. It's very helpful for operations, for support team, and for the service desk. Okay. So, but it works. We've seen this working for IT team also, because you collaborate over a ticket. I mean, you send the document, you send the screenshot, and etc. And this is useful. So when you create a new task from here, okay. So you have the same interface that you have it in JIRA if you are using JIRA already. And I will log, for example, please finalize, okay, whatever I'm writing, finalize the specs for XYZ. Okay, and okay, I'll put here some description. Okay, and I will assign this task to Nadim. okay, without the due date, and create. So the task appeared automatically in the board, okay, in my backlog. So I can right-click here and set it top of the column. Okay. So this task has been created and assigned to Nadim, and from now on, Nadim can collaborate. He can add comments on it. He can move it in the process. He can put it in progress, or he can create another task related to this task to someone else. So if you can, Nadim, add something on this task. Okay. For people using JIRA, are you familiar with this Kanban methodology and the process, or you are using without Agile? Because JIRA, I mean, the old JIRA, it is JIRA plus JIRA Agile plus other modules. Okay. So this maybe will be basic for the JIRA users. So he moved the tasks directly to in progress. So it is the idea here in Kanban. Why it's Kanban, and I mean, what is the difference here? The difference is to have a self-service system where I don't need to call Nadim or send him an email to tell him, okay, did you work on this and did you work on that? What is the progress on this? And at the end of the day, if I'm a manager, I'm concerned about the KPIs and the reports, and I'm concerned about the macro management of my team and not the micro management. Okay, so if we can see this task. So Nadim, you updated from your laptop. We have a solution called JIRA Mobile also. Yes. Yes. The last year. Yes. And in the marketplace, you'll find thousands of add-ons in the marketplace. Some of these add-ons come from certified partners and come from non-certified partners, like any framework, open framework. The official partners of Atlassian are published on the Atlassian. This is a big list, but they are published on the Atlassian website. So it's always, I advise you to go for a solution where it is certified by Atlassian. Okay. This solution, Enterprise JIRA Mobile, it's designed for, you'll see some applications nice. I mean, they're having nice look and feel and user experience. But when it comes to thousands of people or hundreds of people working on the same solution, you will have some performance problems. What we have, this one is Enterprise JIRA Mobile. So it's scalable to have hundreds and thousands of users without problem in performance. Okay, it's tested to receive an enterprise environment. So if we take this task again, so Nadim added a comment here, we'll do our best to deliver by end of day, okay, let's say. So from here, I can collaborate with Nadim and then, okay, thanks. So he will receive, this in his board, because he is working in a similar board. I'm working on my Kanban, he's working on his Kanban, and we are collaborating. Okay, this is the idea. Now he can close, okay, this task. You closed Nadim. Okay. So this is a very basic workflow. Imagine that with this workflow of task management, what kind of problems can resolve inside the company if only I give a framework with a simple workflow where people can create tasks for each other and update on these tasks, okay? And deliver, within agility. Okay, so the task is closed by assignee, and I can check the content of this task if you attach the document or whatever, and I accept this closure. So this is my basic workflow. So I can move it back to Nadim and tell him, okay, I need more information on this task, or I move it forward and I close it from requester side, which is me. Okay, so this is the idea on a very basic task management. Now, if we go and see more sophisticated application, I mean, yes, I know that this, maybe it's very simple for you to have such a process on the task management, but imagine an application like a mobile app or a solution, web application, that you need to manage the application lifecycle management. So you might have 30 steps, okay, from the business until the deployment. And these 30 steps, you don't have only one single Kanban. You can split your Kanban and tell, okay, the business starts from the open until requirements delivered, okay? And the business is working only with the business analyst in these steps, 6 steps, okay, where the content is being to be modified, etc. And after that, the product owner comes and his backlog is acknowledged. Okay, I mean, he comes and tells, okay, all these requirements are acknowledged for me. This one needs more information from the requester. This one is in contradiction with the other one, etc., etc. So the product owner can put in place this acknowledgement backlog, where this acknowledgement is the deliverable of the product owner to the development cycle. Okay, so the team leader can come to this backlog, okay, and tell, okay, from this backlog, I need to pull in Kanban if I'm in Kanban mode, or if I'm in Scrum, I need to deliver by sprints. Okay, so it works either way. This is not a Scrum training, this is not a Kanban training, but the idea is that what you had in boards and what you tell your people to do, you can put it in a tool. Okay, so you can tell, okay, product owner is putting the backlog in the acknowledged. The team leader of the development is pulling from this backlog, because the product owner is doing 2 things only. He is building the backlog and putting the rank of his points. So I'm putting in place this backlog, and I'm ranking my tickets, my issues, or my change requests, etc., etc. So the team leader will come every day or every 2 days. It depends on the size of the team and the sprint that I have and the visibility that the capacity that I have. He will take this card or this issue or this story. You can tell it what you want. In JIRA, it's called issue, but for me, it's not an issue. It's a ticket. Okay, it's a card. So he takes this story and assigns this story to a developer and put a due date. Okay, now you can deliver by micro. I mean, if I'm a team leader, I can come every day and tell, okay, I have 4 developers working with me, and I can tell every developer what to do every day. This is one methodology. But this is risky, because all of us, we have urgencies. All of us, we have a call from the manager or the call from the management. Can we deliver this before that, and etc. So my advice in this situation is to deliver by sprint. And delivering by sprint, your sprint can be 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It depends on your aggressivity or your team size or your capacity to deliver on the software. So I come and I tell, okay, what is my capacity to this week? I have 4 developers. It means I have 8 hours per day per developer. So I have 5 man days per developer. It means I have 20 man days per week. Okay, 20 times 8 hours. So if I'm a team leader, I can, depending on the culture of the company, because there's no rule also, depending on the culture, I will tell, okay, I need to assign 80% from this job to my team. So I will assign tasks for 80% from the 5-man day or for 20-man days. So I come and I start putting assignees, because I know the area of knowledge of each developer. Okay, so I put assignees, and from the effort estimated by each developer, I put a due date, and this due date is not micro. It's not the date of today, of tomorrow, or after tomorrow. It's my date of my sprint, because I don't care if the developer will deliver this today or tomorrow, but I need my sprint in place. Okay, and this is the flexibility that you give to your people, because if I assign someone to Nadeem, if I assign 2 tasks to Nadeem today to deliver, and Nadeem can deliver 3, why I should block him? Why I should tell him, no, you cannot work on the 3rd task today. You need to start working on it tomorrow. And this is waterfall. Okay? So I will assign my team on this task, and I will put the date of my sprint in the scheduled column. This is also an example, okay? This is not a process that we sell. This is an example of processes. So I will put them in the scheduled, and here the developers will come and will pick. So the developers will come and pick from this backlog to go in progress, the dev done, and after that the quality assurance starts. The quality assurance after that for the deployment. This is one example for Kanban for the dev team leader. Okay, so you have a Kanban for the business analyst, another Kanban for, but the problem, all of these actors are working together on this. So you can put your own process easily with such solutions. Now you have more sophisticated, I mean, if you go and see a little bit in terms of, I mean, okay, I have this process in place, I need to see in a calendar view, okay? So I will show you a basic example where, so the idea is to see. Yes. No, we need 2 minutes. This is the last. Exactly. So this is a problem in the resolution, but the idea is you can see your work log in calendar view. Okay. So this is the idea about the tools that you can implement within your organizations. I need just to inform you that we work with a lot of companies, like telecom companies, like banks in UAE and Saudi Arabia to help them to implement these methodologies, moving them from systems, old systems like HPQC, Remedy, and IBM Rational, SAP, for such processes, because you don't need huge systems to implement small processes or to implement agility in small teams, etc., etc. So even in corporate environment, you can build this integrated solutions. I was discussing with Feras regarding the HP SM to JIRA and how to integrate this in a corporate environment. Everything is feasible with APIs and web services, as you know. Okay, so you can go for a big bang, and you can go for smooth transitions, and you can put in place some processes and iterate on these processes. Okay. Okay. Sure. I think we have 2 minutes for questions. Yeah, we started 10 minutes late. That's why. I'm sorry. Okay.
The other people will then start 10 minutes.
Yeah, we will take 2 questions.
The first question is, during the course of the implementing the JIRA with corporates, do you see any relation or do you see any impact on the usage of the outlook or the emails? Like, if you look at your process, for the simple process, most of the things which you've done can't be done in the email.
Yes. Yes.
With the implementation you've done, do you see there's a drop on using the internal mails between you?
Yes. Excellent question. We had 2 behaviors. When we come, the first time we come to a company to implement JIRA, the first thing they ask about is there any notification system within JIRA? If I create a task for someone, is this task send a notification for the assignee? We tell them yes, we have a notification system, and we have a sophisticated notification system for each move of the task. You can fire a notification system. But is this a good approach to spam the users? I mean, if you are implementing a task management or a tracking, you need also to send emails, and this is not the guy told me, okay, but I need to be notified on time when a task is raised for me. So you see, in fact, we've seen in companies, in corporate environment, that 3 months later after the implementation, the same person who asked us to implement this notification systems, he asked us to remove these notifications from the system. I mean, what we presented in the Outlook is how to fire a ticket from a ticket that I received. It's not the inverse. I mean, not to work on an emails because I need to have my ticket in my JIRA and I need to collaborate through emails. This is not smart. Okay. But yes, we put in place some KPIs to measure the number of dropped emails within the company. And myself, I hate emails, okay, because I receive hundreds of emails per day. And when people stick to a certain process, I mean, there's one rule: when everything is critical, nothing is critical. Okay, you know this. So emails for me are critical. They send emails, and if you don't answer in 3 hours, they follow up on the email, and you have a big list of emails. The idea is to build the culture on a tool where you have a dashboard and you can monitor your to-do list, and sometimes you can work offline and offshore and on-site. And this is the idea. But yes, the aim is to eliminate emails.
Second question, JIRA replace or can it work as a content management software?
Confluence integrated with JIRA, because content management, you have a request coming from a business. This request usually are requirements, okay? Or if it's a ticket for call center, it's how to reproduce. So usually it's a content. This content goes through a workflow until it arrives to JIRA. And JIRA, you manage the ticket to resolve or to implement this content. You see the point. Okay. Any other question? So do not hesitate. I think 45 minutes is not too much to show all of this. But do not. If I'm here for the day, the team is here. We are experts on JIRA and Confluence. We work with big organizations. So I believe that you come from corporate environments. So do not hesitate to have a chat. Okay. Thank you.